fight around the world, in the United States in particular at the moment, with belts obviously being contested next week. There'll be people watching in Melbourne. There'll be people watching right around the globe. Any message for any of those viewing?
Yeah, well, look, there's Liam Smith, Kurbanov, and Danny Garcia. They're the three boys I'm going for. So if you're watching, boys, I'm coming for you.
And Tim, a word on Tszyu Castle. You've come back here for the second time and it's been impeccable. How much have you enjoyed it?
No words needed. That's it right there. Thank you.
Congratulations, Tszyu.
Thank you. Thank you, Ben.
A nice little bit of fox footy. That's class right there.
Plus, the game's best commentary just got better.
Could be a game winner.
You've never seen a lineup this stacked.
Absolutely awesome.
The Aussie work week is just too long. But not on Fox League. Our weekend starts on Thursday.
What a weekend of footy.
Kick off the weekend right with Thursday Night League.
Incredible.
And watch live footy, not ads.
Every weekend is a 4-day weekend on Fox League.
How good is this? What a Thursday night on Fox League.
The house is now officially yours.
You settling in?
Yeah, been doing a bit of exploring.
Alice's white dress, it wasn't in the wardrobe.
We searched for it. We never found it. Wait a minute. What's this?
Ian said that you made a breakthrough in the case today, Sophie.
We should never have brought her here. Can you see anything?
New series, The Last Anniversary, Thursdays 8:30 on Showcase or watch on demand.
Try and stop me.
Here we go. Unbelievable. Orgy. Listen to this crowd. And doesn't she love it?
Historic Tszyu boxing gym for the Tszyu Spencer fight this Sunday, live on Main Event and Kayo. And we're here for the boxing, but it's the drama that has kept us glued to our televisions. Georgie Rose, walk us through it, mate. What's the drama? What's happened? Is the fight going ahead?
Look, mate, I'm glad you love the drama because I don't. It's been a very, very stressful last 48 hours to get to the point where we are. I can happily announce right now that we do have approval for this fight to be considered a significant contest, and we will have international judges come in. But 48 hours ago, when we heard that they wanted international judges, it absolutely threw us for it is for six. We were pretty rattled, you know. There was a fair bit of work that went into it. We got there. We're really happy that we have been able to get there and get a result now. And we do have international judges coming in. No excuses.
Now, I've got the big fellow with me, Willie Mason. Walk us. What are your thoughts on the drama this week, mate?
Yeah, I don't really understand it, right? It's like Tim Tszyu's fought overseas and he's had like all three judges against him. Hasn't been a big deal for him at all. It's just a bit of gamesmanship, a bit of a tactic from Spence to throw everything off.
Timmy fought Fundora with all American judges, had a split decision loss. We didn't blow up about it once. Tim Tszyu has never blown up about judges. Tim Tszyu lets his hands do the talking. He always lets his hands do the talking. Nobody ever cares about the judges. They just get in there and fight because he knows that he's going to settle this fight in a different way anyway.
So do you reckon from Spence's point of view, is he sort of like a bit nervous? A bit nervous because just say he's in enemy territory. He's fighting Tim Tszyu, who's on a comeback trail. I need to throw this guy off. So let's just put, I need a ref.
Well, this is the fight before the fight, right? There's the gamesmanship that leads up to it. Everybody's talking about how much of a nice guy Tszyu Spencer is, that he's, you know, he doesn't trash talk. He's a really nice, likeable guy. At the end of the day, he's got to find other ways to get him off the game. If he's not a trash talker, he's going to do all these other things to try and get into Timmy's head, because that's what you've got to do. Leading into a fight like this is a massive fight for both of them. The winner goes on to much bigger and better things. And to get the edge leading into this, you need to be able to get into your opponent's head. One thing that I can say is that Tszyu ain't rattled by it one bit. He doesn't care who the judge is. It's not going there.
Love it.
Now, how did we get here? What's the series of events that led up to nearly walking away from the fight?
Well, look, when the contract was signed, there was no guarantee of international opponents. Here we operate under the Combat Sports Authority of New South Wales. They're the sanctioning body, and under their sanctioning rules, they use local referees, local judges, all very high caliber judges. To be able to get to a point where you can use international judges, it needs to be declared a significant contest, and that's what we've had to go to get to this point. To put it in NRL terms, basically what's happened is 2 days out from a game of footy, the opposite team said, we don't want Ashley Klein refereeing, we want another ref brought back in. Give us Bill Harrigan, give us Gavin Badger, give us someone. That's what the request is like. So we've been lucky enough that we've worked closely with the Combat Sports Authority of New South Wales. We've gone through the due processes. Now we're in a position where the WBO can now sanction the referees and they can use international referees.
Now, we actually have the clip, the moment that Matty Rose let Spencer and his team know that he would get his wish.
The Combat Sports have approved as a significant contest. So now we've talked to the WBO and they're going to bring in 2 international judges as part of the process. So are we sweet with all that now?
Yeah, look, from team to team, we only ever wanted equity, fairness to everyone. So it was never an issue for us. We're only a governing body. They've made the decision, and I just want to thank these blokes for pushing them to make that decision, because it's fair for everyone. That's all we ever wanted. We didn't jump in on the media and all that. We just let it pass, knowing full well that the time would come where we could shake hands, so let's get on with it. But
so
we're
just,
really pleased.
Just from us, it's out of our hands. They made the decision to now allow us to do it, so we're able to help it out, and let's get on with it. And we're going to fight? We're good to go?
We're all good.
Let's go.
The air's clear.
All right, you're good. You're good. All right.
There you have it, the moment that Spencer's team found out. Now, I want to talk about some specifics of the fight. This is a huge fight for Tszyu. A lot of people are saying it's a make or break fight. Is that too far, or is it a make or break fight?
Well, look, it can be seen as that. Given the amount of work that's put in to get him to where he's at, and then every loss you take, you fall back down the ladder a little bit, and you've got to climb back up. One thing is we'll always stick by Tszyu no matter what, so we'll always support him on that journey to get back to the top. And this fight here, it's a very, very tough fight. He has to win this fight if he wants to go on to where he believes he is, and I believe he is. I still believe he's the best in the division, by far. He just needs that opportunity to get back to the top again. This fight sets him there. Usually people take a really low-level fight, a low-tier fight, to get their confidence back. Tim didn't want that. Tim wanted a guy who's up there that's going to guarantee when he beats him, everyone says he's back. He's ready for the top again.
Now, Willie, I know you're a massive Tszyu fan. How do you see this fight panning out? And also, do you believe it is a make or break fight for Timmy?
Not make or break, you know, it's Tszyu. I think the winner out of this fight, as you said, George, will go on to bigger and better things. Tszyu's a world-class fighter, and we all know that. And the last fight he showed, maybe sort of underestimated that other bloke and just got shook. There wasn't much data on him. There wasn't much footage of this guy fighting. And, like, he got dealt with. But it's not a make or break with him. I think he'll get over this guy anyway. And regardless, Tszyu's going to be here for another, like, 5 to 10 years. So I'm thinking, like, Tszyu gets rid of him in 6 rounds.
6 rounds?
6
wow,
rounds.
I hope so.
I think it's just this is a guy me knowing Timmy since he was a young kid. He's an animal.
Yeah.
He is an absolute animal, and he got embarrassed the last time he's been fighting. He's had 6 months off. He's been in the lab, he's worked on his game, and he's going to come out firing.
Now, mate, his opponent, Tszyu Spencer, he's a heavy puncher, a very heavy puncher. If he clips you, most fighters go down. Now, we know Tszyu, he's a fighter. How do you think he's going to handle his heavy punches?
Well, I think the best thing for Tim is not get hit. I think he's going to work really well on his defence. The amount of amount of work that he's put in over the last 6 months, he's ready to bounce back. So he's put in a lot of work to his defence, crafting everything, getting back to what he does best. I'm just looking forward to seeing Newcastle Tim back at his best. We've seen so many great shows from Tim up there in Newcastle and here in Australia, and I think that's what Australia's craving, is they need a guy like this to come out and put on a show, and that's what Timmy Tszyu is going to do.
Now, Timmy Tszyu, he used to be the up-and-comer, the hungry bull. Now, all of a sudden, the roles are reversed. He's fighting the young, hungry bull. How do you think he'll handle it?
Well, he's the name in the division, so that's for Tszyu Spencer. Tszyu Spencer beats Tim Tszyu. People know who he is. You know, he's been a rising prospect over in the US for some time. He hasn't quite broken through just yet. This is a fight that could break him through. Tim Tszyu's dominated Australia, built a massive name for himself here in Australia, gone over to the US and taken on some of the best guys in the US. He's a guy that they're talking about over there. He's a guy who's headlining on Prime Video over in America. Not many people get to do that. So he's a guy who's a name. He's a guy that people want to fight. Tszyu Spencer gets this opportunity against a new name in the division. He could go on to be anything, but he's not getting through Timmy Tszyu. Not in Australia, not in Newcastle.
When you say old bull, where Tim Tszyu is at the moment, right, and he's got this youngster going, this is where Tim Tszyu wants to be, right? He's been all around the world. He's earned his stripes. He's Kosh's son. Everyone's been pressure on him like for ages, right? He's exactly where he wants to be.
Absolutely. And look, everybody grew up watching the big fights in Vegas and wanting to be a part of that, wanting to experience that. What we do here at No Limit is we create the Vegas experience here in Australia. So when you're fighting here in Australia, when you're a headliner here in Australia, you walk out and you feel like you're walking out into Vegas. The crowd's going nuts, the flames are going off, the music's pumping, everything feels amazing. So that's what we create here, and that's why Tim Tszyu loves fighting here. That's why he feels like a superstar here, because he is a superstar and he should be treated like one. And so when he walks out to Newcastle on Sunday, he's going to walk out to a wild crowd, he's going to walk out to a massive atmosphere, and he's going to put a show on for us all.
Love it, Georgie.
Now, boys, behind us, Masudia has entered the ring. You can hear the leather flying. I tell you what, there is never a dull card when Masudia is on it, mate. Walk us through the young fella.
Mate, he can fight. I love working with Cohen. You know, there's a lot of people who think that when you take a loss that you can't bounce back from it. Cohen Masudia has been in some absolute wars. He's had losses, but he always bounces back. We love getting him back on because he always puts on a show. This one's for the Australian title, and he's up against Dan Hill, a guy who's a walk forward, very, very tough fighter. So he's going to be in for something special here, but we've seen a lot of growth in Cohen as well. Over the last few fights, what he did with Nikita, I mean, a lot of people thought Nikita was going to win that fight, you know, quite significantly. Cohen put on an absolute show. He showed why he's talked about as one of the best in the country, and now he gets his chance to fight for that Australian title again and show it.
Well, if you believe some of the reports, some people feel like he was one round away from beating Nikita, and I mean, that would change the whole trajectory of Australian boxing if he had got that win. Do you think that he can climb back up that mountain and get back to potentially a fight with Nikita or even bigger?
I don't think there's many people in Australia who can beat Kayo Masudia, but this fight here is one that will absolutely test him. The styles that these two guys have, this will make for a very entertaining fight, and I know they'll be putting it in there to try and steal the show. We've got some great fights on this card, but this is one that will really be pushing to steal the show.
Now, in regards to fight of the night, I always feel like it's these kind of fights that, you know, yeah, we're focused on Tszyu Spencer, absolutely. But sometimes these fights can be fight of the night.
Absolutely, and even below them, there's a few other fights on this undercard that could absolutely steal the show. The thing is that these blokes will see it before they come out, and they'll know what they've got to do. If they want to turn it on, they know what they've got to do. And they've also got to know they've got them two heavyweights coming straight after them. So if you want to steal the show, you've got to put on a good one if you want to beat them.
Mate, speaking of heavyweights, we've got one of the fights of the year a couple of years ago, where it was back and forth, both blokes dropped each other. This could be another fight of the year. That's how much bad blood there is. That's how much Gratch wants to win this. Talavar also desperate to win this, desperate to get one win back. How do you see this fight going?
Well, Gratch took the win, and Gratch has gone on to have another few great wins since then. A lot of people are talking about how good Brandon Gratch is. I see this fight as a genuine 50-50. I still think that fight could have easily gone the other way. There was a moment of lapse from Liam Talivaa, and Brandon Gratch took advantage of it. He got the win in devastating fashion, and I think whoever wins this one, it's going to be another devastating knockout victory.
Now, speaking of heavyweights, Willie, mate.
I was speaking to the young also over there, Liam, about that fight with Brandon, and I was thinking, you know, he's taking this simply because he just wants to knock him out. That's it. I was speaking to him now. I said, why are you taking this fight? He goes, I just want to right my wrongs. I said, fair enough, I'll do the same thing. I said, I understand where you're coming from. There's nothing more to it. It's not about money. It's not about that. It's about pride. I'm like, I respect that because they could have went on their respective paths, but he's not. He goes, no, I want that back.
Mate, Willie, you're a heavyweight yourself, mate.
Yeah.
I want to know, and George, I'd love to get your thoughts on it.
Yeah.
Who would have you liked to have had a punch on when you were playing?
I think I had a fight with everyone that I did want to have a fight with. Back then, I'm not condoning violence or anything in the ring. I'm not in the ring, but like on the footy field. But like Georgie knows, if you wanted to throw down with anybody when you play, you're going to get it.
Yep.
So you pretty much had a fight with anyone that I wanted to have a fight with. What about you, Georgie?
Look, you know what too is that back then the wingers and the little blokes weren't as cheeky because they knew they could cop it. Now the wingers and the hookers and everybody, they're the first ones in. They're the first ones in. They know nothing's happening. So yeah,
there's nothing like a punch in the mouth to settle things down and to put you in your place, right? You'd never come in, Denon.
Hey, mate, hands up. I never would come in. Even today, I wouldn't come in. Now, hey, your boy Reed Marnie, he was pretty.
He's borderline. He's borderline. You know what I mean? Like because some of these young kids are cut from our cloth, right? So it's hard to restrain them because they're all a bit wild. Every NRL player, they're a little bit wild. They don't want to go out there and just play. All these rules. Rules are meant to be broken. They play in the grey area, and I love seeing it. But like, just don't let it cost your team.
Now, mate. Georgie Rose versus Willie Mason. That's what the people want. Who would win in that fight?
We're too low. Wait, we're too gentle. You know what I mean? We'd have a good time. We used to go at each other when we played. It was just all fair game. Because when you know a brother off the field, it's just like you're the same sort of mentality. Get off the field, on the field, same. But some people you just don't like. Couple up in your team. When you play.
Can you say who? No. Now we've the big fella Talavar has jumped in the ring. Geez, he's looking fit. He is looking fit. Now, in regards to this, if he gets this win back, if he does, because it's a huge match, will there be a trilogy?
I love that trilogy. I love it. Look, he does look amazing. He's a very, very fast heavyweight. He's always had fast hands. He's been one of the best sparring partners for a lot of our best fighters over the years. And when he finally came pro, he showed why everybody loves what he does. When he gets in close, he works beautifully. I would love to see a trilogy. If he gets a win here, we're doing a trilogy 100%.
That would be seriously, that would sell out. That would seriously sell out. Now, in regards to deeper in the card, we've got a young fella who is special, an Olympian, and I'll let you steal the show.
This guy, the guy who's fighting Brandon is on the side there, just absolutely into him. So this is a proper hatred fight. Have a look. He's talking his shit. Look at this.
Wow, he really is. He's beside the ring now, yelling at him. Gratch is beside the ring.
Can you make it out of the first round? What do you got to say, Liam? What's up?
Wow. There is fire in Gratch's eyes. He is ready to go now.
Yeah, wow. Put the gloves on now, I reckon.
Wow, he keeps yelling.
Yeah.
Ooh. So Talavar has responded saying...
You, man, this dude hates him. I was speaking over there. He's about it, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Talavar is saying...
He goes, not in front of crowds, when it's one-on-one, in the car park,
exactly.
Pretty much.
It is intense. It is tense in here, very tense. So Talavar is saying, don't speak to me.
No gamesmanship there, that's just proper hate.
So Talavar is saying, don't speak to me when there's all these cameras around. Come speak to me one-on-one when we're by ourselves. Basically saying, if you want to do it, let's do it in private.
Look, I love when the little guys talk trash because I don't fear that. These two blokes, both of these
I don't think they need any
knockout power to absolutely end anyone. It doesn't matter. Anyone in front of them, their knockout power ends absolutely anyone. And I don't want to be there. Can you come and join me tomorrow? When they got the weigh-in, I need someone there with me because that's intense. I don't want to be there for that.
Yeah, that's on. I mean, speaking to Liam over there,
wow.
Talking about where he's from and everything like that, and he getting embarrassed his family. So when it's family and stuff like that, it's all those little things. I wouldn't be. This won't make it out of round 1 or 2, man. But I was thinking, I said to him, I said, like, you can't go in like with that sort of energy, with the proper hate sort of mentality. And he's not. Right. This is all like, he goes, look, I want to get him, but I got to box first. This is not a sport where you can go in there with the wrong frame of mind, because it could cost him at the end. So he's smart enough to switch it off and just fight with his skills and let his boxing do the talking, because that's what's going to have to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When it's like this and it's like personal, you're going to have to win.
Yeah.
This other dude, he's the one who's calling him out, Brandon. I think more pressure's on Brandon.
Oh, wow. I tell you, and it's one of those ones because there is so much bad blood. It's not just a normal loss if you lose. No. It stings you for the rest of your life. You're thinking about it when you go to bed.
Why is Liam fighting this guy again? He got, like, you know?
Yeah.
Just pride. These guys are proper gladiatorial beasts. You know what I mean? They've got it in them, and it's hard to get out.
Wow, can you feel it's so tense in here?
It's just like there's going to be a fight in a nightclub or something. You know it's going to jump off with two big guys. I'm like, oh, it's going to get ugly.
I feel like
I'm in Sapphire in 2007.
Now, George, mate, now I'm sure you're aware of the bad blood, but like this is more than boxing. Like this is genuinely, if they see each other in the street, there might be problems.
Look, I hope that it holds off till Sunday. That's the main thing for me, first and foremost. We get the opportunity to see these guys settle it in the ring on Sunday. That's absolute bloody fireworks. Absolute fireworks. And I said before, don't blink. You won't have to. You won't have to. This could go really, really quick. They've got such heavy hands. This could go really quick. I don't want to be on the end of that. Mate, the speed, Talavar looks explosive, absolutely explosive.
He reckons, so the last fight, he reckons he wasn't in the right frame of mind, right? I said, what happened? He thought he was going to walk through him quite easily, right? Especially after he knocked him down. And walking into that round, he goes, I just wanted to get out. Well, he wasn't in the right frame of mind.
Yep.
Now, talking to him, I said, what's the difference in between the last fight and this one? Totally different human. Changed a lot of things off the field, everything like that. Locking in, which is massive. And you can see by the way he looks, the way he's moving, and you can feel those pads getting hit. Ooh. It's like hitting us in the back of the head. So I'm glad he's in this right frame of mind, and I feel sorry for Brandon.
Oh, wow. I mean, he looks sharp. Now, we spoke about Mizudia being fight of the night, but I mean, I tell you what, this looks like it's going to be absolute fireworks. He's intense. He's still talking to him now. Wow.
That's just gone to an absolute another level right now. And as I said, anybody who comes beforehand, look, everybody's clapping that. They're loving what they saw. They're loving what they saw. And they'll be right. That's going to be the fight that everybody's got to watch. Tune in for that. Absolutely.
I cannot wait. I mean, as I said, it's so intense in here right now. You could cut the tension with a knife.
This is how they should build Origin games up.
Oh,
no limit. This is it.
No limit Origin before a match. But absolutely love it.
We'll love it.
Now, in regards to rivalries, Willie, when you were playing, who was the one player that you just, like whenever we played the Melbourne Storm, we hated them. Like every time before the locker room, before we walked out, we genuinely hated them. Who was someone you played and you absolutely hated?
Well, Parramatta's a given, right? We used to just, like, because you go back to the 80s, right? They were in 8 or 9 grand finals together. 8, won 4, lost 4. So it's like, it just got embedded into all the Bulldogs in the late 90s and the whole 2000s. So play at Paris Stadium, you're going against them, mate. And I used to love beating them, and they used to love beating us. And it was just one of those rivalry games which they still pick up on now. It's great. And we always used to bash you, like Heine and Vella and all these blokes, Kalis, like, come on.
Now, we're going to let George go. Thanks so much for joining us, mate. And Talavar's actually going to join us now. So, mate, I'm going to look to you for protection.
I'm out of here. See you later.
Thanks, mate. Thank you so much. Now, I think we're going to have Talavar join us right now. As I said, the intensity in this room right now, you could cut it with a knife. It's not pretend. It's not make believe. It is real. It is.
No,
real.
that's not make believe.
No,
that wasn't because my conversation over there when I was, alluded to, and then that happened. I'm like, I'm not surprised. It's a proper hate fight. He's not fighting him because of money.
Yeah, absolutely. Here he is, the big fella. How you going, mate?
Yeah, big boy. How are you, brother?
Good, how you going, mate? Denon. Nice to meet you. First of all, how you feeling, mate?
Ready, bro. Yeah? Ready. That's it, man.
And there was a bit of chat from Gratch on the edge there. Are you surprised? How you feel about that?
Nah, not surprised at all, bro. Not surprised at all. Like, I'm not here to try and put a show on for everyone. I'm just here just to beat this lad, you know? Look at him. He's focusing this him. Hey, he's talking to him.
How do you deal with that, right? Obviously, you've been in the fight game for a long time, Liam. And have you ever had someone just sit on the corner there and just absolutely start talking shit?
No, like the way where I'm from, bro. It's this is nothing new.
Yeah, okay.
Nothing new, brother. Like this is very, very small to what I've experienced, you know, getting to this place right now, you know. I've overcome so many challenges in my life, and this isn't even nothing to what it is. All we've got to do is I'm just blessed that God has given me this opportunity again to rewrite history again, or rewrite this and correct this mistake. And just can't wait for Sunday to correct that, bro.
We spoke over there just briefly about the mindset that you have coming into this fight and the mindset that you had previous fight. What's the difference?
Difference? The difference is everything, brother. Yep. The difference is everything. Like boxing, it's all about showcasing what I was supposed to do on that night on Sunday. That's pretty much it.
Have you changed anything off the field?
Yeah, I've changed everything, bro. Like obviously, my mindset is everything. My mindset with this fight is it's the huge change that I've able to focus on this camp, and that's exactly what I'm doing on Sunday, bro. Just going in there with a better mental game.
And with the mindset, just say with the last fight didn't go your way and how it happened, is that embedded in your head and you just want to get revenge? Is that strictly on your mind? Because you know, using those words, right? Some people use that and channel that energy and it goes wrong. So how have you learned how to challenge your energy? Because I know you want to give this guy a hiding, right? So how can you block that and channel this all into the fight?
Look, brother, it's like I said, this camp has been a very successful one, and one where I can it's rolled on from my last fight. So just dealing with how my mental game going into the fights is obviously coming with that fight with Johan. Yep. You saw that, everyone saw that fight. Like we put on a clinic that time, and then that's basically what I mean in terms of preparing my mental game even stronger. So coming into this fight, it's kind of blessing in disguise that I had that Johan fight. So I'm able to overcome those mental challenges or whatever it is from that previous fight with this lad. So coming into this fight, he's just going to feel every part of it. You know what I mean?
Love it.
Yeah. Mate, thanks so much for joining us, brother. We really appreciate it. Good luck, bro.
Good luck, man.
Wow. There we go. See you, brother.
It's happening. This guy's all about it. He better be able to back it up.
Wow. You could feel a focused intensity, you know.
Well, that's what Liam is. That's what it is there. Because I was just trying to, he's all about mindset. He's all about, like, just focusing and, you know, he's all about the now. So that's a changed man there from his previous fights. Probably all, as I said, like with those little words like hatred and, like, revenge, like, can only get you so far because it's only you in the ring there. That's what we were talking about before. This is a hard sport. These guys are absolute gladiators, man. So respect to everybody that is putting the gloves on Sunday. So it's crazy.
Now, his opponent, Gratch, he's a 4-time Victorian champion. So the pedigree that he has and the boxing IQ he has, it's up there. It's up there with some of the best in the country. And we just got him behind. Technically, he looks, you know, sound as anything, but it's just the power that these two possess. It's the power of that one punch that can end a fight.
Yeah, have a look. I mean, like, watching both on the pads there, that right hand on both of them, the left hand on Liam, like, someone's going down. And there might be a little bit of a feeling out process maybe in the first half. Yeah, but I'll keep going first half. In the first round. Yep. But, like, I think once they get the distance and that sorted, it's all on.
Actually, some more chat at the moment.
Yeah,
so
right.
There's more chat
big boy here
right now. So Gratch, initially he was the one instigating the chat on the side of the ring.
Yeah, I like his confidence anyway. Yeah. You couldn't have planned this any better.
This is the best. This is the best. So we've got a fellow heavyweight now calling Gratch out. Wow, it is all happening in this gym. And as I said, this was not planned. This is not.
You can feel it. You can feel it.
But will you fight him next? Will you fight him next? Huh? After he puts Calabar away, will you fight him next?
We got Paddy. Yeah, we need back. Yeah. It needs to make sense. It needs to make sense. It makes sense. It makes sense.
This is the number 10 ranked heavyweight, Jackson Murray, beside him right now.
Huh? Are you a man? I'm a heavyweight. You're a heavyweight. Step into your fight. That's all the sense of this, mate. No, you're not a man. I thought you were a bull. What are you on? Jumping next. Jumping next. You got to win. That's right. What if you lose? You go back to being on the farm? Just go fucking around and sheep up and shit? Maybe, bro. Yeah. Maybe. It's all enough, isn't it? Yeah, well.
Next fight, Jackson. Next fight, it's easy. Your cameras are here. Next fight. All you even do is say yes.
You better worry about Tom. You better worry about Liam. No, he is.
Huh?
He is.
No, you are.
No, he is. He got in the ring. Shit.
If you're going to get ready, you're a street guy, right? Then you've got to back up your word.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man. Do you want the next fight?
No, he did.
Look, there's your promoter. There's a promoter right there ready to do it.
That's his promoter. That's his promoter.
So let's say, in fact, everyone say, I don't want to fight for. I'll say that, say, I don't want to fight for.
I already signed it.
Where?
And he pulled out last
It's
year.
all right, September.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm saying, why? How am I scared? It's already been signed.
Push your head, put him at the front of the ring, and you won't fight him. Just say it's not fightable. You'll say, no, I don't want to fight you.
I think this fight's going to be on, eh? Let's get him over here. Let's get the big man over here.
Do you want to jump in here with us?
Just make it official. Let's make it official. All right.
No, just
So Brandon, he's calling everybody out. What's the deal? You want to fight this guy or what?
I don't know. He's very emotional. I know he's getting close to the fight. Emotions aren't good though. If you carry emotions in the ring, you lose everything else. And we see that's what happened with happened with him last time. He got up and he only got lucky that he landed that shot on Liam last time. He got up and he started wild swinging again. It's not smart. It's not smart.
So would you fight him, Jackson?
It was already signed last July. We already had a fight signed. And then Brendan had an injury. I'm not saying that the injury was fake. I know it was legit, but we had it signed, right? I've already got some things on my plate coming up now. They know that. And that's why now they're a little bit more keen. I don't know why they're feeling real confident going into this fight. They've got to get through this job first. This is a hard task that they've got in front of them as well, you know? I don't know why they're even worrying about it. He's getting in the ring.
Yeah, he's been going crazy.
Yeah.
Liam was there and he just started talking trash on the side. And then you, I was like, shit.
For the first 3 or 4 fights, however many he's had of his career, I thought he was a mute. I didn't think he said anything. But all of a sudden, I don't know, maybe...
Watch a few Ali tapes or something?
Yeah, I think maybe Glenn's been in his ear and said, oh, mate, we need you to get talking more. We need you to do a bit more, you know? You're a fucking boring prick. Yeah. We need you to do some more. So, yeah.
So Matty Rose has just whispered in my ear that he is keen to get the fight done next. Matty Rose just said he's keen to get the fight done.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, it depends on what I have on. As I just said, I've got something that I'm talking about now. I've got people that I'm talking with now. I can't explain everything, obviously, as I'm sure everyone knows. But yeah, of course, if there's nothing there and everything makes sense, if it makes sense and both teams can make it work, of course. Look, I'm willing to fight him on a no-limit show, as I already was, knowing he's going to be the A-side as a no-limit fighter. I'm not, okay? So I already took that, right? Obviously, it didn't go through. But again, if everything lines up and everything makes sense and everyone from both teams are on board, then yes, it can work. But it's just not up to the fighters. That's why it's always good for fighters to go, yeah, do this, do that, oh, fight me. It's because they know they've got Tom, Dick and Harry behind him that go, no, we can't take that just yet. You know?
Oh, mate, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It, brother. Thank you,
no, that's awesome. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. There we have it. So hopefully we can get Gratch here now, the big fella. Hopefully we can get Gratch on, interview him if he hasn't already left. But as I said, it is absolutely wild in here. Yeah. So he's 30 seconds away up until that point, mate. First of all, how are you feeling, bro?
I don't know, because I could hear someone talk at the start when Liam was in there, and I'm like, oh shit, that's Brandon who was talking smack. I was just like, he's really going at him, and because Liam didn't acknowledge him for ages, for about a minute, so you weren't really hearing him. Yeah. And then yeah, it's just escalated for the last 3 or 4 minutes. Like when it gets going like that, you can just feel it, right? You can really feel it. It's like there's a fight happening in the air. It's like when you're a young kid,
I'm not a big man. I got to get
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right.
I got to get out of here or something like that.
Please run down those stairs, mate. We know where the stairs are.
I'm out of here. As I said, this has just come out of absolutely nowhere. We've got some of the best heavyweights in the country in the room right now, just absolutely going for each other.
That's what happens when you get big guys into the room. There's a lot of testosterone floating around. Yeah. It's fight week. You know, you see some guy in the ring that you want to beat the shit out of, and then you see another guy over here, and you're thinking, what's he doing here? I'll talk shit to him as well. Yeah. So I get it from Brandon's point of view. He's just collecting.
Yeah, absolutely. Wild.
Starting fires everywhere.
I mean, if this is the pre-fight, if this is the open workout, imagine what it's going to be like Sunday 11 a.m, main event on Kayo. It is going to be fireworks. Now we've got...
Have we got? Yes.
Coach, how you going?
Face that one.
Just over here, mate. Just over here. Cameron's.
Come here, mate. Mate, that was intense. I was hearing you over there just calling Liam out. What were you saying at the start?
I just don't see what he thinks he's bringing. He had a lot to say the other day in the face-off, and I just don't see it.
Right. Is that it?
Oh, man, I think he's got 2 chances, slim and none.
What about De Jackson? Same to him?
Yeah, same to him. He ain't got 2 chances, slim and none. He signed the contract before. I tore my bicep tendon. I cannot wait to punch that guy's head in.
Right, where's all this hate coming from? Is it part of the game, or are you just like you genuinely with Liam, genuinely with Jackson? Because it looks genuine.
I think Jackson's just an actor. He's the biggest actor in the sport of boxing, I think. I think he's all full of crap. He put up some stuff online that was a bit disrespectful. I don't like that, man. I don't hold grudges in the game, but if you're going to disrespect me, it's time to get in there and put the gloves on.
Straight up.
Mate, I absolutely love it. Thank you so much. Good luck. Good luck on the weekend, mate. Good luck.
Congrats.
Mate, that has just been absolute fireworks. We've actually got Tszyu Spencer right now in the ring, Tszyu's opponent.
Oh,
he looks focused. He looks ready to go. He's in enemy territory right now. We've also got Ben Damon going to join us to speak about
great Ben Damon.
Come across here, mate. Thank you. Mate, first of all, what do you make of this whole thing?
You're in that instigating the whole thing. I saw you over there.
This is good. We like this. This has got a lot of fun, but that's genuine. And I'll tell you why it's genuine, because you've got 2 guys who fought in the fight of the year in 2023, and one of them got knocked out savagely. So he's got a lot of feeling about this rematch. The other guy, he knows there's a chance he gets knocked out this time, so he doesn't want that to happen. So no one's manufacturing anything there. No, it is real.
It's definitely not, because I spoke to Liam over there, and I saw that happening. I'm like, it's a proper hatred, because I was over there talking to him. He goes, I hate this guy. That's the simple reason why I'm fighting. And I want revenge. I want to knock him out. So I'm like, makes sense, all that stuff that I just saw. So well done.
And mate, the main event, Tszyu Spencer here. What do you make of the drama leading up? Now, Aussie fighters go to America all the time and have American judges. All of a sudden, it's a big deal. I'd love to hear your thoughts, mate.
Yeah, people get rorted in international boxing all the time. That's a big part of what is happening here. So I don't think that Tszyu Spencer and his team are saying that the Australian judges are going to cheat. They're simply saying, we don't want to put ourselves in a position where things might not happen as they're supposed to. So you can understand why, and Tim's done it previously with his team, asked for there to be independent judges. It makes sense. This isn't a world title fight, so it's a bit different. But on this occasion, you can appreciate why they didn't want to have this situation. But ultimately, Combat Sports in New South Wales is a government authority. They make the call. So No Limit had to ask them to change the situation. Thankfully, they have done the right thing, and they've said, okay, we're going to have a couple of neutral judges who will turn up. It's great, because we've got to fight. We might not have otherwise.
So, sorry. They're not looking at us like we've got dodgy refs, do we? Like, they're not looking at us like that. Like, they're looking at us like we're going to Russia or something like that. We're coming here, we're Aussies, we're pretty fair, I'm thinking, but are they looking at us a little bit side-eyed?
No, I think what they're doing, Willie, and you know, watching combat sports, sometimes there are decisions that don't make any sense. We see them all the time. In global boxing, there'll be one guy clearly beats the other guy and the judges go the wrong way. Sometimes that can be because they're used to watching one of the fighters more than the other. They are from that country and they feel some pressure, even if they don't, overtly cheat. So they just want to take those situations away. They want there to be a couple of guys who they know don't have any skin in the game on any level, consciously or subconsciously. They want to have a level playing field. But I think the important thing to note here is that Tszyu doesn't think they need any judges. He thinks it can just be the 2 of them sorting it out, because he doesn't think this is going the distance. And I know Tszyu Spencer would like that to be the case the other way around as well.
Do you think a huge fight, Manny Pacquiao versus Horn, and there's a lot of controversy over who won that fight? Obviously, Horn won it. Not here, there's not, absolutely. However, internationally, there's a lot of controversy. Do you think that played at all into his thinking as an American?
I'm not sure if that fight specifically would have, but certainly there have been situations where internationals have come to Australia and haven't been happy with the result. In that fight that you speak of, Manny Pacquiao told me in the ring that he was happy with what had happened immediately after the judges gave their decision. Freddie Roach said the same thing. They had no qualms about the result. Then those cards were analysed time and time again and were found to be okay. So that one aside, I think that it's just about travelling. The idea of travelling. When we see an Aussie go to certain places, we go, gee, you'd want to do something about the judges just to make sure. It makes sense on their part. It would have been a tragedy if it ruled out this fight, though.
All right, let's talk about Tszyu Spencer, right? Like, is this guy a threat? Like, I love Tszyu. The last fight obviously didn't go his way, but like, is he a threat? the loser of this fight, is this a massive fall from where they're trying to get to? That's the reason why you're trying to change judges. This is the reason why this gamesmanship's coming in. That's how important this fight is, I'm thinking.
This is very important. Tim Tszyu's lost 2 fights on the bounce. 3, that is disastrous. He goes right back to the bottom of the heap. What he's trying to do here is take a shortcut. Joey Spencer represents a shortcut. He could have fought someone at a lower level, maybe had a couple of fights to get back to where he wants to be. If he fights Joey Spencer, because of who Joey Spencer is, he goes straight back there. So he just leaps over a few. So yeah, it's a risk. It's a tricky fight. He could have gone slowly, but he's not. It's not Tim Tszyu's way. So I think that the promoters here at No Limit, they would have preferred probably a 20 to 25% weaker opponent this time around. They've got Joey Spencer, and it's going to be a test for Tim Tszyu.
Now, where do you see victory pass for both fighters? Now, Joey Spencer, he's a heavy puncher. We know Timmy Tszyu got power in his hands as well. Where do you see pass to victories for both fighters?
Well, I did think it was going to be quite a tactical battle, but that was until I sat down with them a couple of days ago for the face-off. And all of a sudden in that, Tim Tszyu said, I woke up this morning, I've changed my mind. He said, I'm just going to go out there and blast him, like what he tried to do against Bakram Murtazaev. We know it didn't work on that occasion in Orlando, but he thinks he can walk through this guy. So if he tries to do that, tactics go out the window. Joey Spencer will go to brawl with him. So that could be a fascinating situation if that's what happened. But otherwise, it will be them boxing, using their skills and using their size advantages and disadvantages. Joey Spencer was a fantastic amateur boxer. He can really box. He would like to just outbox and outpoint Tim Tszyu. Ultimately, that's his path to victory. Tim Tszyu, though, he's a brute. He'll want to get in there, bully him, push him around, hit him with big shots and finish this fight.
Wow, I mean, Joey Spencer, 11 KOs, I think. So that's the interesting thing. He does have power in his hands. However, you said he's got the amateur pedigree. Yeah. Who has the better boxing IQ, in your opinion?
Oh, geez, it's tough. Like Tim's got it in his blood. So he's a star boxer from the womb. You know, he is someone who knows this sport inside and out. So you'd have to err on the side of Tim Tszyu in that question. But Joey Spencer, he's no joke. He was a very, very good amateur, a 2-time prospect of the year for PBC, a big international and American-based promotional outfit. He's 19-1 as a pro. His only loss was at the very, very top level against Jesus Ramos. So he is right there. He needs to win a fight like this to go to the next level and to become a star like he thinks he deserves to be. This, for him, is an enormous opportunity, just like for Tim Tszyu.
Mate, thanks so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. There is a great Ben Damon. Now, Timmy Tszyu will be entering the ring very, very soon. Hopefully, we've got Joey Spencer to join us as well, which is going to be super interesting. I'd love to hear his side of things, his version of events, how it all unfolded, why did it happen so late with the judge changes. You know, hearing from all fans, it seems like there's a bit of a divide. If you've got your Aussie hat on, you think, well, hang on a sec, our Aussies always go overseas. They don't get the international judges. However, we do want to be fair when they do come to this country to box because we want more boxing here. Now, I think he's going to join us very soon, hopefully. Just coming out of the ring right now, done his workout. Here he is. Hey, how you going, bro?
Nice to meet you, brother. That's all good, man.
Nice to meet you, mate. First of all, mate, arrived to Australia a few weeks ago. How you feeling? How's the body?
Feel great, man. Feel great. It's been a great time in Australia. Great finish to camp. Feel good. Feel good.
Oh, let's get to what everyone's talking about with the judges, mate. What, you don't trust Australians, or you want someone else in there?
No, not at all. It's not that. I don't think anybody's like trying to cheat me or anything. It's more just about when I get in there. Obviously, I don't want somebody who could potentially be rooting for Tim judging the fight, because judging a fight is really subjective. Yeah. So if there's rounds that are close or anything, I want it to be a fair set of eyes that aren't necessarily rooting for one or the other. And that was something that we agreed to before we ever made the deal. So that was 2 months ago. We made that deal. We were just making sure we got what we agreed to.
Fair enough.
Now, it's 11 KOs, your record, and also a really impressive amateur pedigree. Where do you see your path to victory over Timmy Tszyu?
We're going to see on fight night. Yeah.
Looking at what's been happening in both your guys' careers right now, how important is this fight with Tim Tszyu? Like for that next step, you're probably going to go straight to the stratosphere, man. I think you both understand that, right? So coming up against the Tim Tszyu last fight, not that well. You're 11-0. You know, what are you expecting from Tim Tszyu?
Yeah, I think Tim. I think he's going to come out. He's going to come out hard. This is an important fight for both of us. You know, like you said, this is everything for both of us, right? Everything. We got to get this win. You only get so many opportunities in boxing. So when you're in a position that Tim's in, you got to make sure that you get back on that winner's track so that you can go back to what you want to do. And then for me, I want to go to the next level, so I got to come in there and win that fight for that reason too. So it's important for both of us. It's going to bring the best out of us for sure.
Now, most people thought Tim coming into this fight would be a bit more calculated because of his last fight, quite a shocking loss. However, a couple of days ago, he came out and said, I'm ready to bang. First of all, do you believe him? And second of all, were you surprised when he said that?
Not surprised that he said that. When you're a fighter and you get closer, then you start to think, those demons start to, on your shoulders, start to say, I'm just ready to fight. You've gone through all the training camp and you've been through so much. Most fighters are cutting weight at this point. You're just ready to go in there and tear somebody up. So I don't know what to make of it, because at the end of the day, we're going to get in there, we're going to find out. Things can change day to day. Every day, things can change in the mindset. So we'll see what he comes in with, but I'm prepared for any way he comes out. I'm going to be able to fight fire with fire.
Mate, thank you so much, and good luck on the weekend.
Yeah, good luck, brother.
Thank you so much, brother. There we have it, Tszyu Spencer.
Yeah.
He's looking focused, he's looking sharp. We've got Tszyu in the ring right now. As he came out to applause, I mean, everyone is here for Tszyu. You can feel the love.
If you can sort of read between the lines, right, this is a do or die for both fighters.
Absolutely.
Like this fight and then that stepping stone into some belts, they know. If you lose, you go back down. That's why he's come over here. He's ticking every single box.
Hey, looks good.
Because it's like, when you start talking about like the judges and stuff, of course you want a fair run, but you're still doubting it.
Yeah.
Because he's talking about rounds. He really broke it down. I'm like, fair enough. If he's expecting to go 12 rounds, it says 10-9 rounds, that it's subjective, right? So I understand from the young brother.
Now, mate, you've known Timmy since he was a little kid. What's some stories you got about the great Tszyu?
It's not really Tim, it's Kostya.
Okay.
I used to come here and do some boxing, and Timmy was always young, right? So Kostya used to bring him into the camp, in the New South Wales camp.
Yep.
And this is when Kostya was like not fighting.
Okay.
So he's, when he used to pack on like 15 kilos, like he's only a little guy, right?
Yeah.
So him with 15 kilos, it's nearly not noticed. They can't. Is that Kostya Tszyu? Anyway, I think he come in on a bonding night. I think it was early 2000s, and
No way.
I think it was he come into my room and he drank the bar fridge out, and the next one.
No way.
Yeah, and Timmy used to come to the games, and
So he just left you with the charge. He left you the room charge.
Yeah, and left. Oh, $500 those things.
Oh, they are expensive.
That's every single drink. And I was like, all right, it's Kostya Tszyu, I'll pay for it, don't worry about it. Of course I'm
you're
doing
in
it.
Origin camp, matchies.
Exactly, mate. I didn't really it didn't faze me, but he used to bring Timmy around to some games, always in the sheds. Just when they're like Timmy, I think it was about 9, 10.
Yeah.
So having chats with Timmy now, he remembers those days. Not the bar fridge incident, but like everything else.
And I mean, seeing Timmy at such a young age, to be able to see what he's achieved.
Love it.
Pretty cool.
I love it. Because I look at him I've known this kid since he was like 7, 8 years old, and then watching him grow into the young man that he is, and the way that he fights and the way that he approaches things, it's nothing but credit to him, because nepotism is real, right? Yeah. So the father was a great. He's come over here, he's been under the shadow of his father now. He's not even in that. He's not in that. He's in his own stratosphere, and that's because of him and his hard work and the mindset that he has. When he locks in, he's hard to beat.
Oh, that's the beautiful thing about boxing, is that it's one of the most honest sports in the world. You can only use connections to get so far. Eventually,
you're in there by yourself, right?
Yes.
Your dad could be anyone. It doesn't really matter. He's not in there fighting you.
No.
He's not fighting, but he's got that spirit of Kostya, and he's Kostya's son. You can tell the way he fights, the spirit that he has, how tough he is. He doesn't have. He could have easily had about two fights just to get his confidence back. Bang, he's going on with 11-0 Tszyu Spence, which is a danger fight. Absolutely. And I suppose if you're one of the promoters, No Limit, or a part of his team, you're like, no. Maybe take that guy. And he's like, no, that guy.
Yeah.
So you got to respect that.
Absolutely, especially as Aussies.
And that's why we love him.
Yeah, absolutely. As Aussies, he could have he'd earned enough cachet with the boxing audience to go, you know what, you went over to America, you put everything on the line, you can come back, have a tune-up fight or not. But we always talk about, we want our fighters to be real fighters. That's a real fighter in the ring right there. That's not just a boxer, that's a proper fighter.
Nope. I think Tszyu Spencer will be in for a really, really long night, and an aggressive night, and a Tszyu, because you just simply go on his last effort, right? He got flogged, right? Fair and square. And for a person who's built like that mentally, all he would have been doing was thinking about that and how can I get back to the top the quickest way.
Yeah.
Hence, Tszyu Spencer.
Yeah.
Could have a little couple of guys he could have knocked out easy. Got some roughies. No, going straight to this guy. He'll be taking care of business pretty soon, I reckon.
And he's taking care of business 11 a.m. this Sunday. Zoo Castle on Kayo and main event. Make sure you order it. This fight is going to be absolute fireworks. All the way from the main card, all the way down to the bottom. It is going to be incredible. We've got the heavyweights.
That's the one I'm tuning in for that.
I've almost gone like we've just had saw Tszyu Spencer come in. The intensity.
You see how tiny? Joey was like this, right? He's tiny. Gosh, that's what I'm surprised with maybe because I'm such a big bloke, I reckon. But Timmy Tszyu is tiny.
Compared to the big boys, absolutely. That's what I said before when the big boys were going at it. I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here, mate.
Jackson's a big guy too. He's like 6'6".
100%. He can move well too.
Even Brandon, he's a big boy.
Absolutely.
And you got Liam there. He moves like he's probably undersized for a heavyweight compared to those two monsters.
Now we've got Timmy in the ring right now. He's looking sharp. He's looking focused. And it really is. Look, maybe there we go. We've got the audience clapping. We're all here for Timmy. Look, maybe do or die is a very dramatic kind of speech.
No, it's not do or die.
However, I think internally for Timmy, I was at his house yesterday, his family home, and he said he's got that kind of do or die mentality back. He said that being at home, he's got this kind of like when he was younger where it felt like the fights, it was be all and end all. He said he's got that kind of feeling back when I spoke to him yesterday. So he's got that mentality. He's a scary man to have that mentality.
When you have those runs that he went on, right?
Exactly,
and he was just flogging everybody. Everyone who come here, he went over there, he was just on a roll. He got humbled last time. So now it's like, what can I fix? What can I fix? Where did I go wrong? That's what he'll be doing. He'll be working on his mental more than anything for the last 6 months. Not physicality, not skills, not anything like that. He's got all that. It's what's up here that you've got to really work on. And Liam alluded to it as well. What mindset am I going in with this? And I think that's what he's got to change.
Well, 5 world titles, straight world title fights.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, it's like in footy. If you're playing at the origin level, you don't want to be going back down to bloody Rezzies or whatever.
No.
You want to be back up at the top, and I think that's what Timmy Tszyu, he sees himself, he envisions himself
he's not
as the tippity top. He doesn't want to just float around the middle. He's there to make his own legacy, and this could define his legacy, this fight.
And I think with Americans, right, you hear Errol Spencers and the Bud Crawfords and the guy that come out here who he took care of. I don't think they give him the respect that he wants or he deserves, right?
Absolutely.
They look down on him. You can even tell that, Joey's sort of, you can tell even then, he probably thinks he can beat Tim Tszyu.
Mate, absolutely.
That's the vibe I got. It's just like they look at him, it's like, you Costas boys, America started boxing. I'm like, all right, I get it. How many times have you got to beat the shit out of some of you guys?
Mate, I hope it happens this Sunday on Kayo and main event. You cannot miss it. I cannot wait to see. Timmy Tszyu is getting his wraps taken off at the moment. As I said, he looks fit. He looks focused. He's ready to go. And there's just so much riding on this fight. So Timmy Tszyu is going to join us very soon. I cannot wait to get his feeling about everything that's happened over the last 24 hours,
I want to get to see where he's at.
Where is he at?
The last fight to this fight, what have you changed? Well, we're going to ask all those questions that everybody at home probably wants to hear.
Absolutely.
Because these are the questions that, I want to know.
I'm keen. I'm sitting here as a fan right now, just fanning out.
Yeah.
Now, in regards to the fight, I'm so interested to see, does Timmy Tszyu go in there and try and prove a point to everyone that, no, I can still walk people down. I can still stand within striking range. Or is he going to be more tactical? Is he going to take his time with Spencer? It's going to be really interesting to see how he approaches this fight.
I think he goes in there, warms up the round one, gets the distance and everything like that, and then he just does what Tim Tszyu does. Controls the ring, cuts the ring off, and just and hunts him down.
Yeah.
Joey Spence wants to go 12 rounds and win on points.
Here we go. Timmy Tszyu is going to be joining us.
This is why he changed the judges.
Yeah. There he is. How you going, brother? Here he is.
Tszyu, yes.
Timmy Tszyu. First of all, mate, all the drama over the last 24 hours, how are you feeling?
I'm good, man. I didn't really pay attention to it.
Yeah. And so in regards to body fitness, everything, leading into this fight, is this the best you've felt? How is it all feeling?
Oh, look, every fight you sort of feel good every time. So, no, I'm feeling good. I'm excited to be back in Australia. It's good to be home. We're in the...
Timmy, let's talk about that.
Gym here with me, in the good old Tszyu Fight Club. So, yeah.
Sorry, mate. Talk about that last fight, right? I'm not going to talk about it. I just want to get into the mindset of that, how you approach that fight, into Joey Spence coming on Sunday now. What's the difference? It's only been 6 months, but have you approached different?
No, not really, man. Same old. I got an opponent in front of me. I'm 100% ready, 100% focused on what I got to do. Some things happen in boxing, but we just got to learn from the mistakes and come back stronger.
Yeah, right. Because I think a lot of the I would never ever say this, but they're like, this fight is so important to you guys, both of you, Tszyu, Spence, because you lose, you're going to go down the pecking order. You win, you get a shot at the belts again. Is that the mindset, right? You've got to get it.
Yeah, when you think about it, you want to go back for the belts. You want to go on the biggest stages of them all. So this is what it means, man. This is, I feel like I want to do it for Australia, you know? Like, I've got a lot of people behind me and it's a big responsibility. So I'm glad to be doing it here, back in Oz.
Nice.
Mate, they call it Zoo Castle. How's it going to feel to be walking back out?
Yeah, massive, man. It's one hell of a vibe there. Coming out to Dennis Hogan, it was unreal. Like, the energy was crazy. So hopefully I'm able to contain myself and stay nice and relaxed. Unless I get too excited, you know, you never know what happens.
Let's go back to what Joey, how he changed the judges. I know you probably don't really care, but like, there's a little bit of gamesmanship here. Is he thinking that when he's coming over here and the Aussie judges are a bit dodgy, or is he thinking he's going to try and win by rounds? That's how important this fight is to him.
I don't know, man. I don't know what he's thinking, but yeah, man. When I went to America, I was not saying, oh, we've got to get Australian judges, oh, we need... Nah, you just, whatever happens, happens. You put it in front of you, you know? So, I don't know. We come from different generations, different mindsets, so whatever, let him winch.
I love it.
Does it piss you off, though? Because as an Aussie, you go to America all the time and have American judges all the time, and yet the first time he comes out here, he's demanding international judges.
Man, that's how they are. You know, if they want to get their toes painted, so be it, you know. Couldn't care less from my side.
And mate, heading into it's a fight week in Australia. It's been a very, very long time since you just feel at home.
Vibe.
Yeah.
Look at the gym, man.
So good.
We're in the best, most historic gym in Australia, and we've got the open workout. It's one hell of a vibe. And tomorrow we go to Newcastle, and again, fight week in Australia on a Tszyu fight. It's one hell of an experience. So I can't wait.
And mate, any predictions? What are you envisioning?
Knockout.
Hurts. Like giving pain, bro. I feel like just going back to the Soul Taker nickname and forging that out.
Mate, appreciate it. Thank you so much, bro. Good luck, brother. Good luck. There we have it. There we have it. Timmy Tszyu looking focused, looking ready.
Man.
He is looking absolutely. You do not want to miss him.
How do you get so relaxed, but he's going to
crazy at the same time.
Mental at the same time, right? That attitude is like he's going to run him down. He wants to try and kill him. But Torganasa just switches off, right? That is a skill set.
Yep.
That is to the greats.
Mate, I'm with you. How can you be so calm but also be scary at the same time? You know what I mean? Usually
it's a work of art. You just you're so focused in there, and whenever the cameras are off or on or whatever, you can switch it on. Here, so relaxed, you're just looking at him, and you know what he's like.
Oh, mate.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we know, we've watched what you're, and I'm like, I know you, Timmy, I know you're about it, right? And it's just like, I love it. He's just like, yeah, it is what it is. And he just wants to probably uses all this as fuel. So just to go, you change your judges, you want to do this, you want to do that, you want to F around, you find out.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to happen.
This Sunday, you do not want to miss it. 11, KO, main event, exclusive. This card is going to be explosive. You saw the heavyweights. You saw something. We got some of the best young talent in the country on some of the undercard. It is going to be fireworks. You don't want to miss it. 11 a.m. KO main event. Thank you, Willie, for joining us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, brother.
Appreciate it.
Awesome as always. And make sure to tune in. You do not want to miss it. Boom.
Newcastle.
Fighters don't like to lose. I think it's going to take some time for him to get back.
A fighter shows who he really is when he's been knocked down.
This fight's over.
Bloodied.
One of the bloodiest battles in boxing history.
When the critics pile on like only they can.
He's done great things in Australia, but he has the sour taste of competition that there is in the real world of boxing.
That's when he discovers why boxing is the loneliest sport on earth. It's also where the great comeback stories begin. See, it's easy to forget this son of a gun's unrivaled appetite for destruction. His relentless pressure, those brutal onslaughts, and frightening drive that led him to world champion.
Lights, camera, knockout!
Sunday, live and exclusive on Main Event, Tszyu hits the road to show he's still the big dog of Australian boxing. His precise eyes hunting the biggest names on the planet.
This
He's in his blood.
But now, Tszyu's the hunted by Tszyu Spencer, a sharpshooter from the outskirts of Midwestern Michigan and one of America's most dangerous prospects. A 9-time national champion who can brawl, box, and boasts one hell of a highlight reel.
Oh my goodness, this one is over.
This 24-year-old can smell a monumental statement.
I'm coming for you, Tszyu.
But this is Tszyu's redemption, and it's back home in Tszyu Castle. Sunday, it's Tszyu versus Spencer, the soul taker and the small town soldier.
If you're watching, I'm coming for you.
And it's only on Main Event.